Pete, what's going on, Big Pete? What's happening, man?
Molly, what's good with you, baby? Happy Monday to you.
All day, man. Everything is great. Everything is grand, you know?
How it should be.
Yeah. A lot going on in the world, man.
Well, you know what? You're damn right.
Yeah. What's up with the state of hip-hop right now, man? You know? I see a lot of craziness going on, you know?
Well, my thing is right now, is that AZ joint that's out.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
I tell everybody they got to listen to it, but more importantly, watch that video. That video is deep. It's actually targeted toward our young people. So
yeah. Definitely. You got to find your niche. Like he said, you got to find your niche, man.
That's right.
Stop trying to do everything everybody doing. You just got to find what you good at and play your position. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what we're doing right now. You
Definitely.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But like you said too, we got a voice as probably older adults.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start getting some of these young people to speak up to what's on their mind. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That is a fact. Listen, I want to touch on what people scared to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could come in and out, it don't matter. But look, we're going to talk about some real shit right here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hurt a couple people's feelings. Real. It's going to be real over here. You know?
Gotta be.
For real. I want to start off with this video that was posted, right? A well-respected brother from Jersey by way of Africa. He's in a video with this guy who's a well-known rat in the street. And my thing is this the industry, and is this the masses controlling the narrative, or is this bag low? Good question. I'm just saying. I've had a conversation. Listen, I had a conversation with a few supposed to be gangsters that's about that life. And you ever have a conversation with somebody on the phone and you just look at your phone like, I know this nigga ain't saying this.
Right.
I know a person, quote unquote, gangster, said to me, why does he owe these people loyalty? They ratted on him. They turned on him. They effed this girl. They tried to kidnap him. They tried to kill him. He don't owe them no loyalty.
Right.
Rewind. All that effery that was going on, right?
Right.
You in the streets with him at the time. It don't work like that.
Right.
You antagonizing, you perpetuating, inciting all this drama because you feel like you got an army behind you. You're part of the bullshit, right?
Okay.
You with the shit. You putting hits out on niggas. But now, these niggas turn on you. So it's like, hold up. I don't want to be a gangster no more. I'm telling. I can't agree with that.
So the question is it the bag or the what? What did you say?
Well, I'm talking about the person in general that agreed with what TEKASHI did. Now, the other guy is AKON. Love AKON.
Mm-hmm.
But you sitting there with this man with a fucking sew-in bob weave. This nigga TEKASHI got a sew-in, man.
Right.
What part of the game is this?
It's the game.
Then you got all these. Listen, a lot of females is in support of homie. I ain't mad. A lot of females not in the streets. A lot of these industry chicks, not even real. I'm not gonna get into that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want a real nigga, but everything on you is fake. Whatever. Fuck all that. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, buddy.
But this dude really put himself out there. So I'm like, is this bag low? Or is this the industry controlling the narrative? The industry run the game, they run the streets. Troy Ave said the streets is a myth. I disagree.
I think the streets have changed. No, but it's not a myth.
Yeah, not a myth. I disagree with that.
Right.
It's just the individuals who are involved don't stand on their word. It's a whole lot of dudes that stand on their word, that man up, but those are not pushed to the forefront.
No.
That's not who are congratulated. You got these suffering from succotash ass niggas they put in the front. Right?
Right.
That's who that's who they want to put out there.
Yo, you listen, in that game, in media, in marketing, you're trying to hit the masses.
Absolutely.
Okay? Who is the most absurd? Who is the most, nastiest? It's got to be controversial. That's why, people like us are going to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's got to be, but like you said, like I started out, look at that AZ video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a cat that's been in the game for years. All right. And one of the main things that I got from that video is that, we're not here to get involved with that tomfoolery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are here to build, not destroy.
Absolutely.
Okay? And if you're out here ratting on people and getting caught up in this nonsense, okay, you're just bringing each other down.
Mm-hmm.
We got to uplift it. All right. But back to this nonsense. Okay. You got good people in the game that might get caught up in something.
Mm-hmm.
You got caught up in something. I got to do something because I got a family to feed. So it may be a little bit controversial. A lot of people might not like it, but as long as I get that bag at the end of the day, that's all that matters. It'd be interesting, if you knew the full story about it,
mm-hmm.
and was able to say, what if I was in that situation? But again, if you knew the full story, what would I do?
That's interesting. I mean, I can tell you straight off the bat right now what I would do. There's no amount of money you can give me that would make me go against my morals as a human being. I'm not in the streets no more, but still, just in general, I don't want to associate myself with a particular kind of individual because, like they say, you are guilty by association at the end of the day, And, people like to talk about this business thing and justify a lot of these situations by putting that word business and money in front of it. Like, that just trump everything about you, your integrity, everything. When somebody brings up money, you know what I mean?
It's like that when you're hungry.
But a man comes first. Being a man comes first. And that's
Absolutely.
just me. I'm living okay. I'm doing all right for myself. Right. And one thing I'm not going to do, and what I've learned about this industry in the past couple years, that, it's a lot of control mechanisms going on, and people like to control you. And I won't sell my soul.
No, I think most people think that way.
Yeah.
Everything is about some form of control.
Definitely.
But what's beautiful is that you have different platforms where you can kind of talk about this. But I think the strong people know. Mm-hmm. You see through the garbage.
Yeah, okay? Definitely.
Again, you have a media vehicle that's able to put out what they want you to see, and what they want you to get caught up in. All right. And it's up for us as strong Black men and women to realize that we have to control that narrative, first of all, with each other. We got to control that narrative in our communities. We got to control that narrative when you get the platforms that you have. That's an interesting word too, right? That's coming up now. Platform, right? Ain't it?
Absolutely.
This platform, it's been around for a while, but everybody wants to ride this wave right now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, but go ahead, continue. You got more on this, or you get it off your chest yet?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that it's it's just crazy, man. And you know, like if you keep your head into that internet shit, that shit'll like bother you. But it's just those kind of people out there, man. You know, and there's nothing you could do about it. Just stay in your own lane and control your own fate, and fuck it, keep it moving. You know.
Yeah. And listen, it ain't the internet.
Yeah.
It's the internet applications. It's the social media. Okay, because there's a lot of things that you know, that I found out about now, you know, through apps and you know, things that are useful.
Yeah.
During this pandemic time right now, that I found is pretty useful. But there's a lot of things out here that's dangerous. You know what I mean? It's toxic. You know, that's the root of it all. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But, the internet itself is not a bad thing. You know, we don't want to condemn the internet.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's based on what you use it for, because you could use it for fuckery, or you know, you could use it to empower yourself. I mean, yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying,
to build, or you can use it to destroy.
To destroy, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely. You know, real quick, fast forward, man.
Yes,
your man Drew BREES, B. Your man's Drew BREES, man. Is he canceled, or does he still have a chance?
You know what? I know a lot of people have heard a lot what's going on with that, but some of you haven't, right? So I put it to you like this, and I think I shared this with you. I made a statement to some people via text message that, in my opinion, Drew BREES has thrown away his career and legacy over a flag, over an inanimate object. Okay?
Absolutely.
And while this man has did a lot for the New Orleans community, most of which are African Americans or individuals, but let's just say a community in whole, he has a body of work that a lot of people may not know, and how he supported a lot of people during Hurricane Katrina and that disaster that happened at that time. But this is the point I made. Drew BREES works and lives in an area of the country where the Confederate flag is still up and still flying right now as we speak. He has never made any type of social conscious statement about that flag, and probably has not even recognized that it's a racist symbol.
Yeah.
And on his way to work every day before those games in the Superdome, I'm pretty sure as he goes through and around that parking lot, there's Confederate flags waving everywhere.
Yeah,
okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I find it to be a little bit, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit controversial and contradictory that, you know, in this climate right now, you put everything on this flag and an anthem.
Exactly.
When we all know that this protest was never about that.
Yeah.
But you took the time to say and make a statement that you will never support anyone who does not kneel or hold their hand over
bad timing, straight up bad timing, like
the worst.
Like you should just shut up. Let's go back to the shorty from Fox. She didn't tell him just shut up and throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Bad timing, Drew. Bad timing.
But now,
and I'm not justifying for his statements, but you know, people like that just don't know, man. They just raise a certain way where their mindset is what they've been taught. I don't think Drew BREES is a bad person. I'm gonna say that. You can't be. You grew up around black players all your life. That's all you know. You just quoted what you thought was the right thing to say based on how you were raised.
And the reality is what he believes, which I have no problem with. I real quick, I had a good little I forget what show I was watching, but they had a good little, you know, back set on his life. You know, both his parents are attorneys. He was raised up in a military black background.
Yeah.
And you know, of course, he mentioned about his two grandfathers that fought in the war. But you know what? We had people fighting wars.
Of course.
We have family members that are attorneys. You know,
Absolutely.
It's what he believes.
Absolutely.
And your beliefs, you tried to trump them over what's happening now, and it was bad timing. That's the bottom line.
Definitely
bad timing. Because I agree that I think ultimately Drew Brees is a good person, and it turns out now he issued not one but two apologies. Okay, so somebody got into his ear, and it was probably some of his own players. All right,
probably was his wife. Like, hey, babe, you messing up the bag.
Yeah, I got to go shopping.
You messing up the bag, boom. Hold on.
And you know what? And in his case, it's probably his agent, maybe some of his attorneys, maybe the Saints themselves, you know, had probably, you know, reached out to him and said, you know, hey, Drew, that was a bad decision.
And look, and right after he said that, the commissioner comes out and say, hold up. We should have listened to y'all. Fuck what he talking about. Yeah. We should have listened to y'all.
Yeah.
He cleaned that up quick.
Yeah, the commissioner really disappointed me because I'm listening to what you wrote or what you said, and it looked like you had your daughter write it. It was so juvenile because you kept repeating. You tried to repeat this same slogan, we the NFL, we the NFL. No, it's you, the commissioner. Why don't you speak from your heart? Speak from what's on your mind. Because ain't none of these owners said anything yet.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. The owners are the ones that pay you.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely.
And with your PR department, whether it was somebody an intern or somebody who wrote that, it sounds very juvenile.
Well, you know these arrogant ass owners. That they'll say somewhere. That's what we pay him for, to be our spokesperson.
They do.
You know,
they do.
Just like Michael Jordan, he ain't come out and say nothing. His PR put that out. You know what I'm saying? That was a statement from somebody else. You know.
Yeah.
These rich, arrogant people.
Yeah, Mike did put out some money behind that as well, but again, it's only money, right? It's nothing. You're gonna get that back next year, okay?
Yeah.
But
Mike will never step foot in no city with the people. That's too much for him.
No.
Shout out to Nick Cannon, man. Shout out to Nick Cannon. You heard?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
But you know, Mike is an interesting. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how this thing goes through and how it's going to come to a head, because it hasn't really yet. And listen, everybody, you know, we still got to keep keep the pressure on with these police officers, and you know, I got to see them go to jail. You know, I got to see it. You know, because. Who knows what's going on in these backroom bunkers, and you know they just sitting around, sitting around the table laughing right now. You know, I'd hate to say it like that, but when you don't see justice being served, that's kind of how kind of sits with me.
Yeah, man. And real quick, I guess we don't want to keep it too, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep the show too long. It's first joint. We doing the test trial, but we here.
Yes, sir.
But yo, shout out to Salute checking in, man. You know, shout out to big shout out to everybody that checked in, man.
You got your Facebook Live up, correct?
Yeah. Sa, that's 550. Takesha, big
peace, North,
man. Yeah, it's St. Patrick. Big salute. But this chick Candace Owens, man. Jesus. Where do they come from?
Hey.
Where do they come from, man?
I'm gonna tell you something, right? And I'm gonna tell you this backwards.
Yeah.
Okay? Candace Owens is about money.
That's it.
Bottom line.
That's it.
Now, a lot of people not aware of her. Just understand one thing. It was a woman. It was a post that I read, but I had to go and see all the bullet points about Candace Owens, because it was actually a buddy of ours who told me about her, and I started doing a little digging. But just understand one thing: this bra is about money, man.
That's it.
the big thing that jumped out to me about her is that, you know, back when she was in high school, you know, her parents are very affluent. She was brought up very affluent, something like Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know that she got in touch with the NAACP and sued a school district in Connecticut, basically sued them for racism. But as her life continued and as her journey continued, she says that when she was a child, she did not experience as much racism that is going on now. So not only was she blinded, not only was she shielded and protected probably from it, but she's a liar. She's a flat out liar. You got $37,500 from this lawsuit. You mean to tell me she ain't about money? Okay. She was a child when she got that money. That was her seed money for this bullshit so that she could be anti-black. Okay?
Wow.
Because
that I didn't know. That was a great point. No one has ever called her out on that.
You should read it. It's some other stuff.
Yeah, I will.
It's pretty disturbing. And the other crazy thing about it is that, you know, Mike Pence has recently, from what I understand, invited her to the White House to talk about black race relations in America.
Of course.
I mean,
right after you disrespect George Floyd. Right after you disrespect him. Yeah. Again, the timing. Why would you say that now? Why?
Because timing is everything.
But
because everybody's listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She has no heart. She has no soul. She is the devil.
Listen, man, nothing for nothing, but you know, you could tell a lot about a person when you look in their eyes. And I look at her eyes and she looks like she's confused and lost. And I'm not going to say, I'm not even going to use the word dumb. I'm not going to say she's not intelligent.
Yeah.
But I look in her eyes and she looks like she's in pain.
Yeah.
And, you know, it could have been something that maybe happened early in her life. But you know, they don't want to leave out the fact that, you know, she is married to a white man.
Really?
And it's nothing.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. Really?
Yeah. So again, platforms are very interesting in how they're being used.
Yeah.
But again, this is not to be anything to tackle the race part about interrelational marriages, because I know some of them probably work very seamlessly. But your message, Owens, Candace, is anti-black. The bottom line is anti-black.
Absolutely.
And we don't need to be anti-anybody. We need to be pro-everybody. But right now, you know, and I'll say this to a lot of my white brothers and sisters, you know, a lot of times we don't need comments from you right now on this topic. You should just listen to really what's going on right now. Listen to how we feel about things that are going on in our community and how ways we would like for you to help us.
Absolutely.
So, what's the other topic I wanted to bring up to you, my brother? Oh, here's the other one right now. I was talking to some young cats that I grew up with the other day. And right now, you know, shout out to Ross Baraka. Shout out for his leadership and what's going on in Newark. I can't leave that out. But, you know, one of the initiatives that he's doing right now is ways to eliminate and to eradicate what's called the food desert. Are you familiar with that?
No, I haven't heard it.
Okay. The food desert is basically a term that's been coined for the lack of fresh food and vegetables in poor African American communities. I'll leave it like that. But let's just say poor communities in general. And he is one of the people right now that's spearheading a movement to actually grow fresh fruits and vegetables right here in these abandoned lots and properties that's doing nothing but being eyesores, but turning them into gardens.
Okay. I mean, I think that's a pretty decent idea, but if when you say abandoned properties, right?
Yeah.
Why can't some of that stuff be, well, I think it's a couple of programs where, you can come and buy these properties, but you have to, where real estate is taught, and, you fix your community up.
Yeah.
And be a real estate owner. They have a couple of programs that's out there that you could get into. So, I mean, I'm all for, creating a garden, but if we're talking about properties, these properties could go back to people that are from these neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, let me,
as opposed to growing flowers and stuff. Now, I'm not opposed to it, but
I'm not talking about no flowers, man.
I'm just saying, you want to put a garden right here. How about,
Here's the thing, right? Maybe properties, because I know how you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about there is abandoned lots that the city owns.
Yeah.
Okay? And they're just sitting there. Property is a building, and I think that's how you looked at it.
Okay.
And I'll be perfectly honest with you. In my community, Irvington, New Jersey, and in Newark, New Jersey, I'm seeing less of them because there was stuff being built on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to use that property. Let's look at abandoned lots. Okay,
absolutely.
And if you understand the thing about how people get fresh fruits and vegetables to their table, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, you have to drive out of your community. And some of our folks here can't do that. So you're probably stuck with, subpar things that have been discarded in the midst of, them sorting out where the best vegetables, fruits and vegetables go as a part as where some of the poor quality fruit and vegetables go.
Gotcha.
And if you understand something about, supply chain and how things get to the table, the more you touch it, the more expensive it becomes. If I have to get in my car to drive, I'm burning gas.
Yeah.
I have to pay a little bit of a premium for those fruits and vegetables. Down south and places in the South, they have food markets. Okay. And you got some people here in Newark and New York, they drive out to these places. Okay. That's time and money.
Yeah.
What if you were growing it right here in your community, and instead of selling it, give it away, give it to people, start to change their mindset on how you can consume better food. Okay. That's what it comes down to.
That's definitely a good idea. But, when you start giving it away, you're definitely going to also attract a wrong. Well, I guess it starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully some people with integrity would come and be thankful for that, for that product.
Right. I think a lot of people would. But also, there's a lot of bodegas around here that, shout out to the bodegas around the hood, man.
And that's another thing. I think more black people should. I'm not gonna say black people. I'm gonna say we, because I was thinking about opening up a store, man, and that's they kind of got that under wraps, man. It's a coalition of the Spanish community who are look out for one another. They, it's a
that's how they
kind
survive.
of a process, yeah,
that's how they
definitely,
survive,
absolutely, amongst other things,
absolutely,
but
a lot of us have kind of gotten out of that business because it's dangerous too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it was one time around here. You had some of these shops not even opening up because of some of the violence that was going on. But
yeah, definitely.
But shout out to the bodegas out here who supply us with some of the things we need last minute, as opposed to the 7-Elevens and the quick checks and the high prices that they gouge us with for some of the basic needs that we need.
Definitely, absolutely, man. So,
so we live, y'all.
Yeah. What you listening?
I don't know if you're getting any feedback.
Yeah, definitely, y'all. Shout out to Lenny Bones. He said, "Peace, Kings."
Right.
Salute, Abdul. Abdul said, "Y'all gotta address Wendy's, Taco Bell, and others supporting Trump."
Oh, I did that the other day.
Okay.
I did it the other day. And salute, if you're listening, I got a quick answer for you, but I'm going to set it up for you. The fast food business is a business that is obviously big. It's a huge business. But I want people to understand that the individual that owns and manages your local Taco Bell, McDonald's, KFC, they are franchise owners. Okay? There are individuals that own a business, but these businesses are owned by conglomerates.
Absolutely.
Okay? And their names go undetected. And I'll give you one of the biggest ones is called Yum Brands. Yum Brands owns the Pizza Huts, the Taco Bells, and there's a couple of other ones. And I said the ironic thing about it is that we support these things not because of who owns them. We support them because of their food in our community. But you got to understand one thing. Taco Bell, the Wendy's, it's listed. You can look it up right now. Just Google who owns this restaurant. And you're going to get, it's going to be a chain that goes back to these super conglomerates that have Wall Street connections. And you're going to see faces. These faces are invisible. These are the people that are donating to the Trump cause. And oh, by the way, the food is killing us. That's the ironic spin on it. This food is killing us. And we support them who the people who own these conglomerates support the Republican Party and Donald Trump. So a little bit on that, but I did dig into that one a little bit more. So I want people to be very conscious of that. Understand that I talked about fresh fruits and vegetables, okay? Dead that fast food. Dead it, because it's killing you.
No doubt. Absolutely. I agree. So from this day on, no more fast food. I was going to say a couple brands, but I'm going to work on it.
No.
I can't just go cold turkey. Just think about it. We ain't going to just go cold turkey.
You can't. You can't.
You know, I had a Subway sandwich the other night. It was amazing. It had Chipotle sauce on it. It was good.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you that the way you counter that is this. Do it yourself at home.
Definitely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I'm cooking at home. I'm trying to figure out ways to change what I do at home.
I'm actually about to go shopping now to the grocery store and you know. So
another thing too, when you go get your fruit and vegetables, because I need to see you down that aisle, baby boy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But when you get them, I got this tidbit from my mom and another young lady I spoke to. Don't refrigerate it. Keep it out. Keep it out on the table. Put it in a big bowl.
Got you.
Because what happens is when you put it in the refrigerator, it breaks down a lot faster.
Absolutely.
And then what we wind up doing is just throwing it in the trash.
Okay.
So keep it on the table, keep it room temperature.
Absolutely.
And another thing, you only wash it when you're about to use it. Okay?
Absolutely.
I need to see you with them bananas and apples, brother. Okay?
No doubt. Get my smoothie on, man.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You can do it, man. You can do it.
Who you listening to right now, man? Who's hot in the streets right now?
Well, you know, I'm old school, man. So
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, you know, that's the life, man. Everything is around Wu-Tang. Everything,
definitely.
So everything around us. But you know, AZ, Nas, they're in continuous rotations for me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Word.
These are two conscious brothers. I learn a lot. I do. I learn a lot listening to a lot of some of the old things I listen to. But some of the new people right now, somebody put me on Pop Smoke. I haven't got to
rest in peace. Rest in peace. You know he passed away, right?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Talked to a brother of mine in Queens. He said, "Man, I've been riding him a little hard. I haven't heard him yet. I haven't got into it yet. But you know, my rotation is all around that 80s, 90s rap. Okay, and I thought back to you know, anything that DJ Premier make, I'm on it. Okay, shout out to Sadat X and Brand Nubians. I'm on it.
So
okay?
who would you? What would be a good versus? Like what would be a good versus right now? Like real hip hop. I think one of the best right now so far was the RZA and the Primo joint. That was
good, but
that was
it needs to be there with no commentary. Like somebody just needs to just throw them on, okay, and you pop it up. This is Premiere. This is him. But you got to do your homework first. But I'll tell you this one, and this guy, I don't think nobody wants to battle him. You don't want to get into that, and that's Jay Dilla. Okay, Jay Dilla is probably going to go down as one of the best, most influential producers ever. Okay, because he has been involved. His footprint has been involved on so many things that, you know, and rest in peace, Jay Dilla, you know, rest in peace. But I'll tell you, I got on that journey for a while, and Jay Dilla's got his footprint all over hip hop. But again, nobody is pushing it. But shout out to Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is a big component for Jay Dilla, but unfortunately, he's not here anymore.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. But okay. I don't think too many people seeing Havoc, man. Production-wise.
Tell us why.
Havoc is one of my favorite. Oh, man. What do you mean? As far as what?
Whatever. Tell me why.
Havoc, his production is crazy.
Give me something.
Give you what? Come on.
Give me something. Give me your best. What's your best Havoc piece?
Mobb Deep featuring Coogee Rapp. That's just one. For street niggas living with their lives on the line.
Okay. That's what we need. We just Listen, everything is a journey. I'm gonna go
Shook
back on
Ones.
Yeah, there you go. But see, whatever that is, all right. That's all 90s, baby.
Absolutely. Like he's still got material out there. Like he's still making records. Like he got an album out right now with Alchemist called The Silent Partner. Come on, man. Top to bottom, beginning to end. Check it out. Beginning to end, man. You know?
There you go. Talk to the people, man.
But a lot of these old school, a lot of these older artists, they've now, like, they kind of woke up to the game now, so they getting into the flow with the direct to consumer concept. So that's why you don't hear them too much, because they not locked into a major deal. So like when you hear their old music, that's like releases from the label because they own it. A lot of time they own your music, but you know, a lot of older artists like AZ, they releasing independent shit, direct to consumer, but you got to be checking for them. And that's the thing, you know, this industry is a tight circle of people who control everything. It's only 3 record labels.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
There's about 1,000 labels under these 3 record labels.
Right.
That's why the game is so small. That's why when you go on the radio, you hear the same 10 songs over and over and over and over. This shit is a society of people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a control aspect about it, but that's where, you know, some of the good producers come in, because they control their music, their tracks, and if you can blend and remix something, it brings new life. You know, and you know, shout out to KRS-One. You know, him and AZ are in that same boat. They didn't sell out to these labels, okay? And they work with some of these upcoming producers. They're working with these guys and putting together projects together. Definitely. But it's not going to be a mainstream thing. And look, this mainstream radio thing is about to phase out. Yeah. It really is. Yeah, because there's no, you know, if you don't know, you listen.
Yeah. But check this out. Here's another thing. Now, you know, when Spotify and all these streaming services like first came to play,
right,
it was more independent. Now the industry done caught on. It's not all independent no more, because they've bought these platforms. So now they're in pocket.
Right. Like
Spotify. They bought, like, they own all the playlists, man. UMG beat, like they own the shit.
Right.
It's a control mechanism, man. It's crazy, man.
I actually subscribe to Spotify.
Yeah.
And what I do like about it is that I hear a lot of my favorite artists, and I hear the new stuff that they're putting out. That's what I like.
Got you.
I hear a lot of things that I've never heard before.
Okay.
From artists that I like. But you know, shout out to YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Listen, if I want to hear something, I can go right to it.
Definitely.
No problem.
They in YouTube also.
Right.
They control YouTube too. So, but anyway, man, look, we've been on here, man. Let's wrap it up for like 40 minutes. You know what I mean?
Hey, people, we in the building. We coming right back at you. We're gonna show you ways that you can subscribe to us. We haven't got there yet, but we wanted to drop this live so that the word can go, get spread around, because we want to do this very organically. It's not anything that we want to just rush on to anybody. We want people that we know to know that we have a voice. We will be having guests on here on our platform, so that you can other people can share some of their topics and things. But I would anybody who's listening now, please critique us, give us some feedback on what you feel about what you heard today. It'll be very helpful. We'd really appreciate it.
Most definitely. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. One love.
Whoever's the closest, I watch him the closest. I do. The way they react when I win. If you don't clap shit like that, I notice. This is true. See, I'm from the bottom, so if I wanna fuck up a check, I'ma fuck up a check. She said she wanna spend some time with me. She just wanna come give me some neck. I don't play with these niggas. I don't play. I might find time and I go play with your bitch. Play with your bitch, nigga. I don't play with these niggas. I ain't got time for it, cause I am trying to get rich.